Okay. Good evening, all. Sorry for the delay. What happened is today's 8th and 10th session was supposed to be taken by Ganesh sir, but he was absent for some reason and I had to take it. So because of that, I was late by 10 minutes or so. So sorry about that. Chalo, so let us start with our thing. It's going to be very fun. Lots of calculations are there today. So keep your books ready and handy. Let me first see what we have gone through last time and then we'll start. Okay, so last time I think we have seen, okay, this activity, correct? That the walls were at rest, but outside Earth it is still in motion. That's correct. Okay, now a next question today, just for you. It is based on your experience. They are asking that suppose if you are sitting in a train and there is another train besides you, okay? So it like it moves. If you are moving, you feel like actually it is not moving at all, but you feel like it is moving. Like when two trains are just side by side, they're asking that experience. So have you ever experienced that the train in which you are sitting appears to move while it is at rest? So DK, your train is not moving at all, but still you feel that your train is moving because the another train which is on the another track just besides you is moving. Give me answers in a chat box. Have you felt it in your railway? If any time that you are sitting in one railway, it is still at rest, but you felt it is in motion because the train which is by the side is also moving. Yes, who is saying once? Urjit Bausa. Urjit, I'm not asking specifically. Yes, once. Okay, many a times. Okay, who is saying many a times? Ayush, I just want yes, yes or no. That's it. I don't want to know how many times you experienced this. Okay, okay, ठीक है, चलो, got your answer. चलो, we can start. So that means we feel that, right? Suppose, let us say, now stop answering in that chat box. Focus on this. Suppose this we are sitting in yellow train. See, we have one yellow train, we have red train on the right, yellow train on the left. Okay? So we are sitting in the yellow train. Now suppose this yellow train starts. Suppose let's say it starts traveling. It is in motion, and what people, suppose let's say we feel like the people who is sitting, suppose let's say in this red train, they feel that their train is moving, right? That we know, that's our experience, but we are supposed to write down answer for this. Why exactly? Like the scientific reason for this. So it's a very simple one. It is relative. Actually, this thing we are going to understand in the later sessions, but for now we will just write down the answer. So give a title there: activity 8.2. Activity 8.2. We won't be explaining this much. We are just writing down like what is the scientific reason. So write down the reason there. Motion is relative in nature. Motion is relative in nature. Relative means what? It depends on the observer. Relative means what? The word, the meaning of the relative word is relative means it depends on whom? On the observer. It depends on the relative means it depends on the observer. Okay, write down this answer. I mean, again, explain you this point. Chalo, we have lots of things to do. Please write down fast and we'll start with the new one. Give me Y in your chat box. If you are written it, just hit Y. If you are written the answer, just hit Y in your chat boxes. Chalo, chalo, be fast. You are in 9th standard now. You need to increase speed. New class, new speed, new learning, everything. Okay, okay, written. Okay, fine. So many students have written why, so I'm assuming everybody has completed it. Okay, now focus on this. Suppose, let us say we are on a road. Suppose we are on a road and your friend is traveling through the train. Okay? So let us go with our example again. So let us just assume that one of, suppose let's say we are here. For example, we are standing here. Suppose, this place. And we just want to know that what exactly happens if, okay, consider this example. We are standing here and this yellow train has started moving. Now for us, but as we are standing here, we see that the train is moving, correct? Yellow train is moving. But a person who is sitting, suppose let's say in the train, he will feel that this person is moving. That person who is the red box who is standing, actually he is moving. So both the people have the same idea. The person who is standing on the road is thinking that train is moving. People who are sitting in the train, they are thinking that the people on the road are moving. But actually, who is moving? The train. So this is what this particular phenomenon is called as relative. Okay, so it depends on what, who is observing. Now for example, we were standing outside, correct? Now just imagine that we are sitting in the train, then we would have also felt that people on the road are, suppose let's say, moving, correct? Are you understanding? So that means it's very much clear that people who are, suppose let's say, motion, every motion which you feel is relative in nature. Relative means what? It depends on how you are observing, from where you are observing. Like for example, that wall example, when we were inside the room we were saying that the walls are not moving, but when we are outside the earth we were saying walls are moving because earth is moving. Because what changed for us at that time? We changed, the person who was observing changed, our position changed. First we were inside the room, now we were outside the earth. So hence everything is relative in nature. So that means the thing which we observe here in the train example is because of what? Motion is relative in nature, that we know. Chal. Now we go with the next thing now. Now we have to focus on these things and act. Now question are not going to come from this para. This is just, I am going to complete word by word from your NCERT. Okay? I am reducing your workload. I am completing word by word. I am not even missing a single word. Now focus on this. This is a para which is there in your book. Actually, no question is asked on this. Okay? No question is asked. But still, problem is that many of the students they do not have, like let's say they are slow learners, or they do not have good IQ, so they do not understand the words. So in this paragraph, what they are trying to say is, I will just give you a simple idea, that motion is divided into two types. First is controlled motion, another is uncontrolled motion. For uncontrolled motion, it has also been given erratic word. First, we will understand what is controlled and uncontrolled. See, controlled means what? Under whose control? Human control. So if some motion, if humans can control it, it is called as controlled motion. And if some motions which we cannot control, humans cannot control. See, we are great people. Like humans are capable of doing anything, but not everything. Obviously, suppose let's say I can just give example. We cannot fly. We cannot cure cancer. We cannot even cure corona. So that means you have to understand that humans are very clever, but they have certain limitations. We cannot control everything. So there are certain motions in the nature which we can control, but there are also some many things which we cannot control. Okay, so that you understood. Some things we can control, and some things we cannot control. But that uncontrolled part has another word. We also give another word, that is erratic. Okay, and what is the English meaning of erratic? Uncontrollable. It's a simple word. Erratic means what? Uncontrollable. Now, chalo, let us see examples on it. Now, first thing, flooded river. If suppose let's say a flood comes in a particular city, like suppose you can see here in example, all the cars are drowned, the water is moving. This is it's a very uncontrolled motion. Think of what? Water. So we cannot control it. So this is erratic motion. Example of erratic motion is flooded river. Another example of erratic, hurricane. Okay, hurricane are strong winds. They can even destroy big buildings. Okay, let alone humans, it can also destroy buildings also. So hurricane is also what? It's a motion, but can we control it? No. So hurricane is also under what? Uncontrolled motion. Hurricane also. Third example, tsunami. Now this is a very simple example. You all know this. Tsunami comes and generally comes where? Coastal areas. And when tsunami comes, these are large, big waves. And these waves are so big that they can even engulf an entire city on the coastal area. So you have to understand this is also motion, but we cannot control it. So even this will be termed as uncontrolled motion or erratic motion. What about this motion? The water which is coming from the top. These are dams. We generally produce electricity here. It is called as hydroelectric power. Okay? So we generate electricity here and it is called as hydroelectric power. Now there is a big motion of water. Okay? At a very large speed this water is coming, but we are controlling it. The water cannot move unless we open the gates. So that means the motion in this particular dam, we are controlling it. So this is controlled motion, and the previous three, they were uncontrolled motion. Okay? So let us see examples. Uncontrolled motion means what? Tsunami, hurricane, flooded river, that we know. Controlled, like hydroelectric power station, that is controlled motion. But focus on this. Okay? Let me just highlight it. See, hydroelectric power we know we can control, so it's fine. Uncontrolled, tsunami, hurricane, and flooded river, that we also know. But do remember this, controlled motion are good for humanity, because we can control those things then and we can use it for humanity, that is for good purposes. But what about this one, tsunami, hurricane, flooded river? These we cannot control and these are not good for humanity. Okay? It's a simple paragraph. No question is going to be asked, so we will just simply move. It is just for your understanding. I explained it. Actually, there was no necessity for me to make you understand. Actually, you are supposed to read it, but still I've explained it. Fine. Chalo. Let us move to the next one now. So today what we are going to do is, today we are going to start with a new topic, that is describing motion. How, what is origin, what is reference point, what is distance, what is displacement, that we are going to start. Okay? So let me open those slides and we will start. Okay. Hmm. Chalo. So we can start now. So today what we are going to do after this, we have gone through what is erratic motion, if it can be controlled or not, that we have discussed. Now we are going to discuss about what exactly is like describing motion, what exactly motion consists of, what is the necessity, and we will also see distance and displacement. Now give the title in your notebook, write down the title of the name of this particular topic, 8.1 describing motion. Write down the title, 8.1 describing motion. And when whatever I ask you to write down, please write it down properly in your notebook. Okay? Your internal 20 marks are given from school based on your notebook. So whenever I ask you to write down something, just write it. Done. Describing motion. Chalo, we'll start. Okay. So there is one illustration. Okay, just illustration. We'll see just one example. Suppose let us say there is school and railway station. So okay, we are taking one hypothetical example. Name of the village is very interesting. Name of the village is Jhumri Talaiya. Okay, what is the name of the village? Jhumri Talaiya. Okay, and this in this hypothetical village there is one school and there is one railway station. Okay, there is one school and there is a railway station. Now we are asking for the location of the school or railway station. So what we say is, suppose let's say it is Podar school, where in Jhumri Talaiya. And now people are asking, where is the location? What is the address? So we will say that it is in Jhumri Talaiya, right? But people want to know exact location, because without exact location, how will they reach there? Okay? So they need exact location. So problem is, we also need another location. What it is? School also, and another one is railway station. So we also need a railway station example. Now, to give location like of any place, suppose let's say if a person, if a certain person meets you on the road, if he is asking some location, so what do you say? For example, do one thing, go straight, and it is just besides that one hotel. Okay, you say like this. So that means every time you give an address, you actually use one reference. Without reference, you don't talk. For example, when I am asking you, suppose let's say, where is your home? So you will say, sir, it is near stadium. Okay, it is just near stadium, beside stadium. But if I ask you, do not give me the reference of, suppose let's say, stadium, just give me location. Don't tell me stadium and everything. Just tell me where is actually your location. But still, you will, use some another landmark. You might say, sir, there is one hospital besides my house. So just besides that hospital, my, suppose let's say, house is present. So that means each time you give a location, you actually use a reference point. Without reference point, you cannot talk. Okay, you cannot give location. So that is the necessity. So illustration gives example of what? That always reference point is needed. Now imagine this. Suppose let's say in that Jhumri Talaiya, there was school and there was train, okay, railway station. But if I ask you where it was, you just said me that, sir, it's in Jhumri Talaiya, that's it. But if I ask you, no, no, give me some reference, no, how will I reach there? So you said to me that, sir, that school is present 2 kilometers north of railway station. Okay, the school which you want to visit is 2 kilometers north of railway station. Now what you are assuming in this case? You are assuming that I know railway station. Okay, you are assuming that I know railway station, and by going north from that side, I will reach that school. Correct? Now give me example. Suppose I want to give address location of train station with the help of school. How will I say it? For the school, I said it is 2 kilometers north of train station. For train station now, give me example with the help of school. In your chat boxes, give me answer. How can I say that train station location I want with the help of school? How can I say it? Give me answers in your chat box. How can I define the, yes, Sapate is saying 2 kilometers south of school. Yes, correct. What about other students? Tanmay, 2 kilometers south, 2 kilometers south of school. Okay, okay, okay. Jayesh, 2 kilometers south of school. Okay, everybody is saying the same thing. Okay, you got my point. So that means you have understood only one thing from this, that to give any location, you basically need one reference point. Without reference point, you cannot talk. So one basic thing you should know, and with the help of that, you are going to give another locations. Correct? Okay, now focus on this. So that means for describing the position of an object, what we need is a reference point. Okay, we need a reference point, and that reference point is called origin. But understand this, origins can change. In the first case, what we said was school is present 2 kilometers north of train station. So at that time, the origin was train station. But in the second example, which I asked you, that please give me location of train station with the help of school, then you said, sir, it is 2 kilometers south of school, the train station. So at that time, you took school as the origin. So that means origin can change. According to the examples, origin can change. So you just have to take references. So what is that reference point called as? Origin. So do one thing in your notebook, please write down, to describe the position of an object, we need to specify reference point called the origin. Please write down this thing in your notebook, and please, what I can say, draw a star there, because this question is asked for a single marker. One marker question is definitely asked in the exam, that to describe the position of our object, what is needed. So it's a very simple answer. We need a reference point, that is origin. We need a reference point, that is origin. Reference point and origin is same thing. Okay? Please write it down and give a star mark to this particular point, because it is a very a question that is asked many times in the exam. Okay? So give a star mark there. One marker question is asked. Okay, please hit Y after you are completed. Chalo, be fast. Y. Okay. Y only Samruddhi. What about other students? Okay, Sumedh, yes. Tanmay, yes. Okay, so everybody is done. Chalo, let us move. Okay, now we are going to go with the next topic, that is motion along a straight line. Now in class 6th, okay, I know it is very far behind. You are already in 9th now. Sir, kya sir 3 saal pehle ki baat kar rahe? No, I can understand that, but I will just remind you. See, in class 6th and 7th, you were given info about types of motions. In that, you must have heard about a word called as rectilinear motion. Rectilinear motion. Okay, can anybody give me answer what is rectilinear motion? Just in chat box, rectilinear motion क्या होता है? It was taught to you in 6th grade. ठीक है? It is there in our syllabus, school syllabus, Buddha syllabus. What is rectilinear motion? कोई chat box में बोल दो. You are in 9th standard now, supposed to know. Urjit, straight motion. Okay. Sumed, I just asked rectilinear motion. Okay, example you are giving. Car going straight on road. Okay. Motion in straight line. Okay, Omkar, that's a very perfect answer. Motion in straight line. Yes. Kushal, motion in a straight line. Okay. Properties of light to move in straight line. Path Golab, yes, it actually it's one of the examples. Yes, correct. Chalo. So let us move. So what we are going to do is, in this lesson, we are going to study only motions which are happening in a straight line. So this lesson is all about motion in straight line. मतलब क्या? एक ही सीधे line से जाएंगे. Only in a straight line. Only in the straight line, the motions will happen in this particular lesson. ठीक? So we are not considering other examples. Chalo. So let us start. So we have to study two things in this particular subtopic. ठीक है, आज का सबसे important topic is this, distance and displacement. Now I am going to take it very slowly. I will take it with examples. लेकिन तुम ध्यान जरूर दो, because if you don't understand distance and displacement, next topics you won't understand. Every syllabus in class 9 is based on previous topics. That's why I'm taking it slowly. You might be thinking, sir, your usual speed is high, but these topics what you're taking is a little bit slow. There is a reason for it, because if you don't understand this, it's very hard for me. It will become hard for me in the next topics then. So today we are going to understand two topics. What? Distance and displacement. Chalo, we will begin. First, we will see the definition, then we will go with the numerical. Okay? Examples based on it. Now, definition for distance is total length traveled by a body. Suppose, let's say you must be traveling to other cities, right? Not right now, obviously, you must be sitting at home, but must have traveled back, must have seen those, what I can say, those plates which gives you distance between the cities. Okay? 250 kilometers, 200 kilometers. So, what is that? So distance is nothing but total length traveled by a body. So whatever the length you have traveled, that is called as distance. So that you know. Distance is nothing but length traveled by a body. Now let us see what is displacement. Length traveled between initial and final position. Okay? For now, just remember the definition. You will understand it more in the actual example. So what is distance? Total length travel. And what is displacement? Length traveled between initial and final position. But that initial and final position, there is another word for it, is also called as shortest distance. For now, do not worry. Just go through the definition. Afterwards, I will give example. So do one thing, write down in a notebook what is distance, total length traveled, and displacement, length traveled between initial and final position. Just write it. I will explain. Write down this definition in a notebook because the NCERT textbook, they have given very complicated definitions and you have to literally search for it. So my job is whenever I'm teaching you, I will give you definitions right away. You just use those definitions in your actual exam also. Do not use NCERT after I've taught. It will become very simple for you, even if you go through my, what I can say, short notes. If you are done with the writing, please let me know. Type yes. Aditya Sabati, yes. Tanmay, yes. Only 2 students have written it. What about others? Atharva, Bhumi. Okay, got it. Chalo. तो 4-5 जनों लिखा है. Jayesh also. Sumedh. Okay. Sanyam Jain. Okay. ठीक है. So many students have written it. Chalo, let us go with the example now. So remember this definition. First we'll remember and then we will try to understand. Distance is what? Total length traveled. Displacement, length between initial and final position. Okay? And also there is another word for displacement, that is shortest distance. Chalo, we'll start now. First we will see the units. Now for both the definitions we said it is the length traveled. Okay? Distance is total length and displacement is also length. But what? Initial and final. But still it was length. And what is the unit of length? Meter. Okay? So unit for distance is also meter. Unit for displacement is also meter. Okay? Write down in your notebook just below your definitions units. Units for distance, units for displacement. Both are having the same unit, meter. क्योंकि हम लोग क्या गिनते हैं इससे? Length traveled. तो obviously length traveled SI. What is the SI unit for length? Meter. ठीक है? SI unit for length is meter. You already studied in 7th, 8th grade. Just write down these distances, units for distance and displacement. Once you are done, please hit Y. Written. लिखे हो क्या? Okay, चलो ठीक है. समृद्धि, okay, got it. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. So you have got the units. Now you also got the definitions. ठीक है. Distance is what? Total length travel. Displacement is what? Length. तो unit इसका distance और displacement का meter क्यों लिया? Because what is the thing written here? Focus on this. They have said length, and length is always calculated in what? Meter. So SI units of distance and displacement is meter. ठीक है? I hope that point is clear. Chalo, let us go next. Now this is one of the illustrations, examples which we are going to use for understanding the definitions of distance and displacement. Because till now we have gone through the definition, but we have not understood the meaning of it. Okay? So right now we'll try to understand. So on the left hand side we'll try to find out distance. On the right hand side we'll try to calculate displacement. Now on the top side, the object is starting from position O, and there are positions A, B, C, D, E, and there is a distance of 5 meters in each of them. Okay? So every red dot, there is a difference of how many meters? 5 meters. Now let us calculate in both the cases distance and displacement. Now example they are saying is journey from O to B. So that means that object is traveled from where? O to what? B. So let us calculate distance. So distance is going to be very simple. Distance is equal to, what is the distance we have to calculate between OB? And what is OB? What is the distance? 5. Total O to B, what is the distance? 20. So 20 meter is your answer, distance. Okay, I hope that is clear. Okay, now displacement. Displacement. In displacement, what do we consider? Initial and final position, right? What is the initial position? O. What is the final position? B. Then what is the distance between O and B? Distance between O and B. See, what we do is हम क्या find out करते हैं between displacement? Length between initial and final position, right? What is the initial position? O. Final position B. And what is the length between them? 20. Understood why we have taken 20 meters for displacement? Because initial position is O and final position is. Are you understanding this point? That why we have taken this? Okay, give me answer in your chat box whether you are understanding this distance, how we are taken distance and how we are calculated displacement. Distance kaise liya? OB, that is literally directly we have taken 20. And how displacement we have taken? Very simple. We are going to first consider the initial position, final position and the length between them. That's it. Chalo, we'll go with the next example now. You will come to understand more about it. Okay, don't worry. Acha, give me answers in the chat box. Did you write down the previous ones, the answer for this example one? Did you write down the answer? Give me answer in chat box. Did you write down the answers for this one, example one? अभी तो क्या खाली देख रहे हो क्या? Okay, ठीक है. चलो, I will write down those things again. Distance total length is equal to, the journey has been from O to B, so total length between O to B is equal to, what is the length between O to B? 20 meters. So that's it, that is distance part. What about displacement? For displacement, what we need? Initial and final position, correct? What is the initial position? O, ठीक है? Final position B, and then we can calculate displacement. Displacement is generally calculated by initial and final position, length between initial and final position. And what is the length between O and B? Again 20 meters. ठीक है? Please write it, and once you are done, hit Y in your chat box. ठीक है? Once you are written. I have given you complete thing. Anyway, this session is being recorded, so that will also be put. ठीक है? But I don't want to give you extra load. Whenever we are learning, write down in the session itself. Okay, so you are saying yes. Okay, so we can move. Chalo. Let us move to the next one. Okay, now the journey has been from O to B and B to A. So that person has started from where? That person has started from O, okay, went to B, and then again from B he went to A. Okay? From O to B, then B to A. Now let us calculate the distance. Okay? Let us calculate distance. Okay, distance is, first he traveled from where? O to B. So OB distance first we have to take length plus. Then from B to where he has traveled? A. Okay? So that means distance between DA, that we have to take. Now what is OB? Total length 20 plus. What is the length between BA? हर एक में कितने का difference है? 5 meters का. So take 5 meters. 20 plus 5. What is the total distance then? 25 meters. Okay, I hope you understood this. Give me Y in your chat box if you understood this. How we have calculated distance in this case. Okay, fine. Chalo. Now focus on this. Calculating displacement in this case will be very nice. How we calculate displacement? First, we need to know what is initial position. What is initial position? O. Okay. And what is final position? Okay. Now that person has started from O to B and B to A, but we cannot consider B in this case. Because final position, एंड में फाइनल पोजीशन इज व्हाट, वेयर ही हैज स्टेड एट द एंड, अंत में कहां रुका वो, अंत में कहां रुका, तो फाइनल पोजीशन वेयर ही हैज ended, where he has stopped at position A, right? So that is the final position. So initial started from A, ended at A. Now displacement, how we calculate displacement? Length between initial and final position. Now what is the length between OA? That is 15 meter. So 15 meter is your displacement. ठीक है? Give me answers in your chat box whether you understood displacement in this case, yes or no. How we calculated displacement? Jayesh, yes, बराबर है, समझ में आया. पंकज, yes. श्रेयस, yes. सुमेर, yes. Okay, okay. And students, do one thing, please. Next time, whenever you are, suppose let's say logging in, change your names. No, some students have name like Lenovo tab. How would I understand who this person is? We can interact better. ठीक है? Okay, please use your proper names from next time. Chalo, so we have done this. Please write it. Once you're written, please hit Y in your chat box so that we can give, go to the next one. Yes, 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 yes. So everybody is saying yes. Okay, okay, okay. Chalo, आगे बढ़ते हैं फिर. Now the next example is for you. ठीक है? Tell me distance and displacement in this case. Journey is from O to C. कहां से कहां गया बंदा? Started from O. कहां तक गया? C तक. From started from O, went to C. Tell me what is the distance? What is the displacement? चलो, be fast. Give me answers in your chat box. O to C. What is the distance? What is the displacement? चलो चलो चलो. And give me both the things. एक एक अकेले अकेले मत दो. Distance first, displacement again. वैसा नहीं. Give both the answers simultaneously. Total distance कितना होगा? What is the total distance? What is displacement? Give me answers in comma. Suppose your answer is 15 comma 10, so give me 15 comma 10. 15 means distance, 10 means displacement. I can understand. What's your answer? O to C, distance, displacement. Okay, Galaxy J7 is saying 25 25. Okay, 25 25 is correct. 25 for both. Okay, okay. So many students are saying 25 for both, so that is exactly correct. That is not a problem. Okay? Chalo. Now let us go for this example. This is interesting. I have to test whether you have really understood. The journey is from O to C. First understand where the journey is from. First O, then to C, then to B. ठीक है? कहां से कहां गया? O से C, C से B. Now tell me distance and displacement. Distance and displacement both बताओ भाई कितना है? Distance and displacement in this case. Example 4. Okay, at least everybody, let's say, is agreeing that the distance is 30. सभी इतना agree करते हैं distance 30 है? Say yes. Why? If you agree that distance is 30, 30 है. Yes, everybody is agreeing. No problem. What about displacement? Displacement. Initial position O है, final position B है. O B में का length कितना है? What should be the displacement? Chat box में बोलो. Do you agree that displacement is 20? Yes, many students are saying yes. Samruddhi, yes. Bhumi, yes. Okay, fine. So distance in this case is 30. Displacement is 20. Okay, okay. You got my point. Chalo. Thank you. Chalo. Next. Let's move to the next one. Okay. The last one. Okay. In this case, tell me the journey is from O to C, C to O. Understand first from where to where. O to C and then to O. Give me distance. Give me distance first. कितना distance होगा? Distance कितना होगा? And it's a simple one. O से C, C से O. जाते वक्त 25, coming back again 25. 25 and 25 कितना होता है? You are in 9th standard now. Should be able to calculate fast. 25 plus 25 कितना? 50. 50. Okay, many students are giving 50. Got it. What about displacement? Displacement कितना होगा? What is initial position? 0. O, right? Final position, where is stop? Again O. What is the length between O and O? 0. So what should be the displacement? 0. Displacement should be 0 in example 5. I hope everybody is understanding. Because in example 5, the person is started from O, ended at O, displacement is 0. Okay, good. So it's a nice thing that you have understood this tough topic. Many a time, suppose let's say it's a good thing that you have understood in one go, because students face a lot of difficulty in this. Okay, chalo. Let us go with the next case. So just we'll go through these points. Okay, can we at least say that sometimes the displacement is equal to distance? Okay, like in this case, like the journey was from O to B, so distance was 20, displacement was also 20, correct? So many a time distance and displacement, they are equal. Sometimes it is less, sometimes it is less. Like in this case, what we said is from O to B and to A, distance was 25, displacement is 15. So displacement is less than distance. So that is the second case. What about the last one? Can displacement be zero? Give me answers in a chat box. Can displacement be zero? Okay, yes, correct. Now we'll do one thing. See, uh, the time is not enough actually. We will end our session today on this because we have covered a major thing, the difference between distance and displacement. Now, in the next session, we'll be covering more. Okay, that's it for today. In the next session, we'll be continuing with the next topic, that like how the motion is, what is uniform motion, what is non-uniform, questions on it, everything. ठीक है, recording lecture will be uploading soon. ठीक है, this session is being recorded, it will be uploaded. चलो, thank you for the day. ठीक है, take care, bye bye.